All right, y'all, here's the first letter. We're doing advice. So here's the first letter. I'm 22, about to be 23 in 10 days to exact. I guess I feel like my life is in transit currently. I recently graduated from Howard University last year in July. My great aunt, who's like my grandmother, passed away suddenly from a brain aneurysm in August. And I finished an internship with a PR firm in November. December and January have been the time, I guess, I needed to regroup. My parents, particularly my mom, are extremely worried about me because I haven't really been visible in my grief. I guess, I just feel like my life isn't moving the way I thought it would. I don't know if this is a sign from heaven that I need to be still and live in the now, or what exactly should I do. I guess I'm trying to escape grief. But anyway, I would love some input from the diva herself. Lots of love and blessings. All right. So those are both of them. First one, 25. You 22, about to be 23. Congratulations, first of all, for getting your degree. We love that. Another member of our community making a way. You know that education is very important. And kudos to you. I'm sorry to hear about your great aunt, because it's hard when someone like a motherly figure passes all of a sudden. All unexpected deaths are really hard to deal with. I think in terms of grieving, when you feel like you're not grieving and you don't know what to do with your life, first you've answered, really, you've given advice to yourself, and sometimes writing it out and asking a question to somebody kind of puts the question in perspective, and you're like, okay, maybe I do need to be in the now, or maybe I do need to, sit down for a second and actually grieve, which I think that's exactly what you should do. You have to honor her in a way that allows you to move on, because she would want you to do that, right? She would want you to move forward. Everybody at all times during life feel at some point like, what am I doing? Am I doing the right thing? Am I going in the right direction? We always feel like that, and you're going to feel like that more than once in your life. Every now and again, you just sit down and think like, damn, am I on the right track? Am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? I always feel like if you honor yourself and you honor your aunt and you sit in those spaces and actually grieve, give yourself time to grieve. It is hard. It's difficult. Like I said, unexpected deaths, that's like something hard to deal with, because you're like, I really don't feel like they're gone. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, I really think that you should just, like, your own advice. I mean, you gave yourself advice in the letter. I mean, and it's hard, and maybe you just need somebody to talk to. And you're going to have those times that the only thing, what I say is, you're going through a quarter life crisis. And when I was around your age, I read a book called Quarter Life Crisis. Quarter life, going through you're 25 years old, you're going to go through that all the time. But it happens all the time. You just sit down with yourself and say, damn, am I supposed to be doing what I'm supposed to be doing? All I can say is keep going, but stay in the moment. When you want to cry about or express your emotion about, whether it's anger, whether it's sadness, allow yourself that time to actually honor your aunt and honor your feelings about it, and sit there and meditate on that, or pray. However way you have a silent moment, you can do that in those moments. You will figure out a way. And the benefit, and it's hard to look at the silver lining when somebody has passed, but now you have a guide. Do you understand? Like somebody that's going to guide you, that you can actually sit down and speak to. Light a candle on your nightstand, glass of water, and speak to your aunt and talk to her, and that might make you feel better. You understand what I'm saying? And you'll get signs to let you know, or confirmations to let you know that you are on the right path. Ask for those signs. I think it is like I said, the silver lining is that you have a guide now. You have someone who is actually watching and making sure you're okay, and you guys are really, really close. So those affirmations, I'm sorry, those confirmations, they're going to come through in different ways, but you have to be still in order to be able to recognize those things. I hope I was, you know, it's kind of hard to give advice on how you should grieve, you know, because everybody is different. And like, all I'm saying is honor your feelings, whatever they are, and however you feel about this. Nothing is wrong. There's no wrong way to grieve. All I say is honor your feelings, honor your aunt, and everything is going to work out. It all works out. It feels like it's not, like when you're in the middle of the damn tornado, it feels like it's not going to work itself out, but it does. But you just have to sit still for a second, because everything that's whirling around you, pretty soon everything is going to fall. The tornado will be over, and when everything falls, it's going to fall exactly where it's supposed to be. So you're going to be on the right track. Just relax, honor yourself, honor your feelings, honor your aunt, and stay on course. But you do have to grieve. And if that just means writing, or if it means talking, I tell people all the time when they feel like sad, I tell people this all the time, start your video, on your phone, put it on video, and talk to your aunt. Put yourself on video, watch yourself, speak to your aunt, and honor her in the ways that, you know, and talk about how it feels. And you might get it out, you might start crying or whatever, but it's a way to feel like you're talking to someone without having anyone to talk to. And I find that actually works, and people that I've actually shared that with say it does work for them, because they're actually able to go back and say, oh, I was able to get it out, I was able to talk to someone, I was able to get that out, and you know, it might work for you. Okay, so I hope that I was able to offer some good advice, and I hope that you feel better. And like I said, everything is going to work itself out. It will. All right. The second one is been with my baby's father, or my BD, off and on for maybe 14 years. I have a 10-year-old son with him, and the other son, whose mother abandoned him, is 12 years old, who I've taken care of as mine for 6 to 7 years. We have been living together for the past 5 to 6 years. We co-parent well, I think. The issue is that the BD constantly cheats disrespectfully and embarrassingly. I've recently decided I can't take anymore and plan on moving soon. The question is, am I being wrong for just taking my 10-year-old son and going my separate way? I feel he's using keeping the boys together to keep me around and saying he's not making me leave him, but I don't see what he's doing to even keep me at this point. Help. Loving, my son. Taking your, he's not your biological son, okay? He is the son of your child's father and the brother of your son, and you're asking, should you take him when you move out? If he allows that, if he allows you to do that, and it's not a burden on you financially, emotionally, physically, I would say keep the boys together. That is it. And if he's saying, you know, don't separate them as a way to keep you there, and you're not honoring yourself being in that relationship, then I would take both of the boys. If it's not going to be a financial burden and he is going to continue, say you co-parent well, if you co-parent well and you take the son, you're not going to have any issues. You just can't be with him. And he should understand that. I can't be with you, but I still want to help raise the boys. We don't want to separate them. So, you know, and then they can move together. They spend time with him on certain days or whatever, how you guys are going to, you know, how you guys will work it out. I think that, you know, I would take me, my first thing when I read it, I was like, take them. Don't separate them. If they're close, that's his brother. Don't separate them. And if you're gonna, especially if you're gonna move a ways away, you know how that is. I don't know what the details on that is, but I would take them. I would take them. Don't separate them. That's his brother. You know what I mean? And if you co-parent well, then it shouldn't be no problem. It's just for your mental health and your physical health and emotional health and spiritual health. If you can't be in a relationship with this person, but there's a kid involved, you know, and just you're admirable. I mean, I think it's admirable. I love when somebody says I'm taking care of somebody's child that's not mine. They are our children, right? Whether or not they came from you biologically, they're part of your tribe. And if a member of your tribe, a child, doesn't have a parent, and you take on that responsibility, man, blessings to you. Because a lot of people, like, you know, I always say a lot of people don't like to take care of things they feel they're not theirs. You know, they don't have any kind of blood attachment to. And that's not how we function as a community well. I think when you take on the child and say, you know what, I'm going to help raise this child, if he's a good co-parent, do it. Don't separate them. That's my advice. Don't separate the boys. They need that. I just don't. And I'm just thinking, and it's probably because I have 2 sons, so I'm like, I wouldn't want to separate them. That would be like, oh my God, no, that's his buddy. You know what I mean? Like, don't separate them. That's just my thing. You guys, both of these people said it was okay for me to share this advice and these questions or these dilemmas or issues with the community. So if you guys have different advice, because I said it'll be good to get different perspectives on how you would handle these situations, go ahead and leave it in the comments. I hope I was able to offer some advice. And you know, of course you don't have to take everything, but even if it's just a little bit that you can take from anything I said, you know, I hope I was able to help in a way. And I know everything will work out. I know everything will work out. Okay? All right. Take care of each other. Peace.